to Boxing Blog Center, the home of Nigerian African boxing. And please, if you're new to this channel, make sure you click the like and of course the subscribe button right now, and also go to the notification bell icon, click it and select all, so anytime I drop a new banger, a new exclusive, you will definitely be notified. You know, I'm very grateful. I would say I'm grateful to all of you guys that support the channel, that support Boxing Blog Center. I want to make a very important send a very important message right here to our Nigerian brothers and African brothers to go subscribe to the African fighters, okay, on YouTube. Go to YouTube, check out our brothers, you know, the African fighters. Subscribe there, because you know I'm kind of the only one in the game right now trying to promote Nigerian boxing, and I started the movement, you know, and I'm glad when of course I bumped into their channel. They're doing a very good job, okay, a very good job. They are our three brothers based in the UK, Nigerians, and they also want to help grow the sport of boxing and MMA in Nigeria and Africa in general. But I think that's good. And I have to say this before we proceed. Now, what's the latest news right here? We're live. Shout out to Roland Curtis. Roland Curtis, shout out to you, bro. And if you're watching right now, make sure you always like. Okay, like it. Click that like button right now. You know, because we're giving you exclusive content. We're giving you great content, and we'll let you know what's going on right now. So the biggest, or one of the biggest Deontay fans, Nestor Gibbs, recently exploded on Deontay the Bronze Bomber Water, saying that he should man up, he should accept his mistake, he should stay humble like Anthony Joshua. You know, Wilder, for me, I accept Wilder as a Nigerian because it's confirmed that he's of Edo origin, where I'm from as well, of the great Benin Empire. So, but Anthony is certain that Wilder does have a lot of fanatics, you know, I'm saying fanatics, you know, that, I mean, they see the guy as a god, you know. He never does anything wrong, you know. I accept Wilder, I support Wilder, but I cannot accept those fanatics, you know. That's a fact. I remember in the past, you know, I had some issues with Nestor Gibbs of the Boxing Voice, you know, when he was throwing shades at Anthony Joshua. I mean, saying, you know, like always belittling Joshua in a way. I was like, I'm not feeling this guy. I mean, you're Wilder fans, all good and all kind of stuff, and you call yourself the Boxing Voice. You're not calling yourself. You don't have a specific name in a way that only refer to you in a way, or only that only you like people don't have to look up to you in a way. Because when you say the Boxing Voice, when you call your channel the Boxing Voice, it means you represent the voice of boxing, okay? The people can where the people can come and give the take. I think the guy's doing a very good job, but it became too much of a Deontay Wilder fanboy. To me, I wasn't really happy with that. I mean, I still love the channel. I know I like what he's doing, but I wasn't happy with it. But it looks like the guy has found out right now that Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder has got some crazy fans, crazy fanatics that even him himself cannot even control. Like, he's one of the biggest fanboys of Wilder, but he cannot even compete with those guys, because those guys, no matter what Wilder does, the guy is a god to them. Wilder is my brother, my Nigerian brother, my adult brother. He's traced his lineage to Nigeria, his Australian lineage to Nigeria. I accept him, but those fans, especially those ones in America, the coons in America, bro, those guys are like, you know, when we talk about, you know, I don't want to bring some past here, but those guys, they are still stuck in, let's say, in the 1800s, or maybe 1700s, the way they think, you know. I don't think that's good for this 21st century, because I mean, we are all, you know, trying to evolve as humans. We are all trying to accept each other, and those are the guys that, you know, at one point threw shades at Nigerians and Africans. You know, I had to bite back. I'm a proud African, I'm a proud Nigerian, and you know already when you attack my people, I come for you. I come for people as well. This is how it is. But lately I've been realizing like, okay, maybe I didn't do the right thing for going on them. But at the same time, when I listen to them talk, especially when they try to block this channel, they try to take down Boxy Block Center. That really made me like, I went crazy at that point. I said like, why these guys are trying to take down this channel right here? They trying to shut my mouth. I said, no, it's not happening. It's not gonna happen. So we have to listen to what Nestor Gibbs, said and how he reacted, because he, of course, conducted an interview with a guy named Colbert. I don't know, Chris Colbert. Never heard of the guy before. I can't tell you I know the guy. I never heard of the guy before. First time I heard of him, and I saw that interview on Fire Hive, but I didn't really watch it. I mean, I didn't know the guy. Of course, so many people have their opinion on water and all this kind of stuff, but still. I mean, they can talk. I'm gonna support Water to beat Fury. I want Water to beat Fury because I want to see the war. I want to see Fury taken out. Because Fury played the boxing fans. He announced that he was gonna fight Joshua and all that kind of stuff, but only to play us and just threw us at one side. But at the same time, I think Water's fans needs to be controlled in a way, because the fanatics, not the fans, because we've got our brother Adewale, who is a Deontay Water pro fan, but he's not a fanatic. He's pro Water all day, but not a fanatic. Different. That's very different to these guys out there who are very who have one agenda. The agenda they have, they hate everybody. They hate everybody. They say they are pro-black. They hate Africans. How can you say you are pro-black and you hate the original man? So it doesn't really make sense in a way. So, and I'm not saying it because I'm trying to be divisive in a way, but it's what they've said in the past. How that guy threw to Nigerians and Africans and call us Kunta Kintas kind of stuff. I was like, damn. So this guy really think that way. And these guys are the Deontay Water fans. So when I look at Water, I look at this guy and say, wow, Water is a guy that is very cultural, that wants to reconnect with his roots, that has traced his ancestral lineage to the Great Benin Empire. And you have all these coons right in America who don't even know where they're right and left, probably want to stick with a slave master's name, because believe you me, my son name is more than 1,000 years old. That's a fact. So probably older than your identity as well. So Water tried to identify with Nigeria. He's already saying, listen, I'm one of you guys. And not just saying it, not just saying, oh, I'm saying it. No, he did it through DNA test. I respect Water, but his fanboys are really devilish in nature. So that interview was taken down by Heyman. You remember that I also had a problem with Heyman on this channel right here when Heyman was trying to block BBC. Remember? That was because I advised Efia Jagba, my brother, to leave the stable, because I saw my brother Efia Jagba he wasn't given the right. He wasn't getting the right fight. He wasn't being put on the right card. He wasn't given the right exposure. I said, listen, brother, you need to leave this place, because boxing is not forever, and nobody in boxing is your friend. Because after all, everybody wants something from you. Nobody in boxing so-called promoters are not your friend. So-called managers are not your friend. So-called trainers are not your friend. So-called, maybe advisors are not your friend. The only friends you keep are people that mean well to you, and are people like maybe your family and people that really want you to succeed. Because I, right here, me, Raymond Efeogbede, I really want our brother Efia Jagba and every other Nigerian fathers and African fathers to succeed. The likes of Collins Oja, the likes of Rafa Akpejere, the likes of Emmanuel Diasa, the likes of Osamide Omorege, the likes of Ali Lasisi, the likes of Rilwan Lawa, the likes of Joshua Wahab, maybe the likes of that one I even had a problem with. I want all to succeed, because I really, really love all of them, all our brothers. I support them. I appreciate them, what they're doing, because we look at the boxing, the combat sport right now, Africa is beginning to get its fair share in it. Look at the UFC. Look at what Kamaru Usman is doing. Look at what Francis Ngannou is doing. Look at what Israel Adesanya is doing. Look at what even Umar Sadiq is doing. Now look at what Hakeem Dawodu is doing. Okay, he lost his last fight, but still, he tried, and he's gonna bounce back. So sorry I'm speaking this way, but we have to listen to the rest right now, and then we come back right here. Right this way.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors.
What up? You big and bad. How you big and bad and you fucking crying like a baby? Fuck out of here. You big as hell crying. Fuck. Yo, take the video down, yo. Word is born. I can't think about fight week. What you talking about me? I can't think if I can't think of motherfucking Tyson Fury if you talking about me, and I gotta think about you because you think about me, so I'm thinking about you. I can't think about Fury. Fuck out of here with that homo shit, man.
Who is that?
Fuck out of here. Deontay fucking Wilder. Homo shit. Fuck out of here.
Emotional.
Fuck out of here, man. Yo, stay hungry, stay humble. If you lose, motherfucker, you lost.
You know the saying. Stay hungry, stay humble. I'm hungry, I'm humble in defeat, and I'm gonna remain humble in victory. This is it, right?
Motherfucker, you can't change everybody's opinion of what the fuck happened. You gonna erase everybody? You gonna take everybody down? You gonna put a muzzle on everybody's mouth? Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here, man. Shit. Yo, dudes is straight corny, man. Straight corny.
Let's talk about it.
How you gonna tell me I don't like your car? So what? You go to the dealer and tell him never to make fucking red again? Yo,
no.
Man.
This would be more like if you didn't like your car, right? You didn't like you didn't like your homeboy's car, so you called your man's who knows the man's at the dealership to talk to your man's to take the car back. Like that's kind of more along the lines of what it is. But
bruh,
you know,
this shit don't make no sense.
Zero sense.
No sense, bro. You sat here and I wish I had a fucking audio of everything he said about AJ. Called him weak. He wasn't a real champion. All these motherfucking things he had to say about AJ. Now all of a sudden the shoe's on the other foot, and he's emotional. Shoes on the other foot, and you can't talk about him. You can't talk about the last two fights. Let's just erase that. And get the fuck out of here. You right, cancel culture. They ain't gonna cancel me.
Cancel culture, yes.
They ain't gonna cancel me.
That?
They ain't gonna cancel me because I don't need they motherfucking credentials. I sit on this soapbox right here and talk every fucking day. Niggas seen I made a living off my voice. I don't need your credential. I don't need your credential. I get in every fucking gym. They want me there. They say what I want them to say on my camera about you. Because I get them loose. I open them up. I don't need your credential. I'm just keeping it 100% real. I put in the miles. I go to your gym. This shit was corny.
Yeah.
Somebody in the camp got to step the fuck up and say, bro, you taking it too far. You looking crazy out here. You can't motherfucking jump on everything everybody say. You looking mentally weak. Every time somebody say something about you, you got something to say about them? That looks weak. You never heard of the motherfucking phrase, if it don't apply, that it fly? Yeah, I'm big mad, motherfucker. Because you rich. You rich, and you trying to stop the minority from eating because your feelings hurt. That's his opinion. You want to shut dude's opinion. I'm a strong black man. So what, he ain't? Is he not stronger than you because he's standing on his two talking about you when you don't like it? Oh, but you don't like it.
Knowing that the world will be against him.
But you don't like it, so you getting it took down. Man, get out of here, bruh. Get out of here. Get out of here, bruh. That shit corny as fuck, man. It's Chris Colbert fight week, not yours. You got people calling his phone left and right. Corny. Corny,
and
man.
not to wish congratulations either, which is another whole side note. But, yeah.
Jump to. Of course Earl called too. Of course Earl called too. It ain't just one dude. It ain't just one dude. Earl took to his social media too, typed in the motherfucker. He said I was gonna lose against Alger. That's why he in LA. Everybody mad at Chris. All of a sudden Chris is the enemy. All of a sudden Chris is boring. All of a sudden Chris is a coon. All of a sudden, Chris don't know boxing because he told his truth. This is the world we live in, that you can't even feel a certain way without being alienated. Man, shit whack. How you real? How you real for making another man feel less of himself for having an opinion? How you real? How you tough? How you bad? What the fuck? Where y'all come from? It ain't like that on the East. You ain't bad on the East for picking up your phone and getting some shit took down that makes you feel uncomfortable. That ain't bad.
There's whole dudes everywhere. Like let's just because I'll be honest. I seen that shit coming.
That ain't tough on the East. You ain't bad on the East Coast if you taking videos down. You said you the baddest man on the planet. That shit don't apply to you then. That shit don't phase you then. You the baddest man on the planet. That shit don't phase you. It don't phase you. But it did. It did. So you the sensitive man on the planet. I'm just keeping it real. This shit don't make no sense. You can't wake up to this type of shit. You got a $25 million fight on your hands. You worried about a YouTube video. Who mental ain't right? Who mental ain't right? I bit my tongue long enough, man. Don't fuck with my pockets.
Well,
you listen, guys.
I think real quick, like let's put it into perspective here, right? Because here's the situation.
And FYI, for all the haters, I'm still getting paid for the video. Don't forget that. The damage is done. The damage is done. Dudes already made copies. It's all over. Google,
it's over.
Google Wilder's a sucker. Damage is done. It's too late. You can't stop my money. It's too late. It's too late. Damage control too late. It's too late. It's too fucking late, man. Fuck out of here.
If anything, this narrative.
You heard it, guys. You heard it from Nestor Gibbs, one of the biggest Deontay Wilder fanboys on the planet Earth. And now he's just speaking his truth. And we have to definitely respect this right here, because this is something that, I mean, Deontay Wilder is very, very emotional, you know. Very emotional, because I feel like Wilder, he called himself the biggest and baddest man on the planet. You don't get emotional, especially when you want to listen. Taking videos down, videos that videos of people expressing their opinion, videos of people giving their take on how they feel about you. I mean, looks corny in a way, man. Wilder, listen. Wilder is like Wilder's team. I don't know if Wilder himself, if he personally requested a video to be taken down. Ever Spence was also mentioned there, like they said. I don't know if that was the case, but at the same time, Wilder, like, he's just showing me now that he's like Buhari. We have a very bad president right now in Nigeria. He just showed me that he's like Nigerian politicians, that if you say something they don't like, they shut it down. Look at how Nigerian president, the current president, shut down Twitter, all because his tweet got deleted. Wilder just reminded me of Wilder's team, or Wilder, I don't know if it's Wilder himself or his team, are reminding me of Nigerian president. Wants to dictate everything. And also, I also had a problem with our brother, I mean, I don't want to mention the name, PBC. PBC has their own problem already. They have their own problem already. They want to monopolize everything. They want to shut down everything. They almost shut down my channel. All because I was, one of those guys. I made Ajagba realize that, listen, bro, you are a talented fighter. You need to get going with your career. There is no time left. Of course, I was blocked by Ajagba that time. If you guys remember, I was blocked by Ajagba. I was harassed. My videos were flagged, giving copyright strike. I had to fight it though, but I got out of it. But it was a very difficult time for me. So Ajagba, later realized that all I said were all nothing but the truth, because I just want these guys to move forward. No, I don't get shit from anybody or these boxers or whatsoever. Once you're a Nigerian and African, I want to see. I want to see you do your best to become the star you hope to be, especially if you've got the talent. If you are talented at the Jagba. So it's just what happens, man. You know, PBC, they have this thing. Like when Ajagba was with PBC, we all know what happened. Okay, we all know how he was being pushed by the big players in BBC to attack Joshua. We all know what happened. But Ajagba realized all those things. You see now, Ajagba has become wiser, more intelligent. You know, Ajagba has now become someone we can say, listen, Nigerians are like, believe you, at some point, when I talked about Ajagba right on this platform, people used to bash me. People used to write me and say, bro, don't talk about Ajagba again. Oh, Nigerians were angry. I told Nigerians, I said, listen, bro, you guys are too sentimental as well. You're like Deontay water. Listen, Ajagba is just speaking his mind, you know, and he's being pushed by people. Okay? I know that. I knew that. But you guys didn't know. I know people in this boxing stuff right here, bro. It's just how it is. But let's get our brothers out here. Let's see our brother if they're in the house. Let's see Ibrahim. Ibrahim, are you with us right here, bro?
Yeah, bro, I'm here, man. I'm here.
Sorry, I had to also do my own ranting because we have to speak our mind. You know, this is my platform, a platform not just for me only. It's for the whole Nigerian and African fighters worldwide. That's why someone said the other day, when the interview I did with Ajagba, someone said, "Oh, Ajagba should use English now so that I can communicate." I said, "Listen, English not be our language. You know." English is not our goddamn language. Can I speak English? Yeah. Can I speak Spanish? Yeah. Can I speak German? Yeah. Can I also speak some French? Yeah. Can I speak some Italian? Yeah. But is it my language? No, my language is Edo language from the great Benin Empire. That to me, like I said before, it's not a problem to speak you speak other people's language. But to now make other people's language superior than yours, that if you start doing that, you become a lost soul. You know, I told you that my surname is more than 1,000 years old, Ogbede. And I know my origin very, very well. So I would never lose it. And at Jagba, we communicating the language communicator in Pidgin. Look at that video right now. That video has more than 12,000 views, more than 200 something likes. What does that show you? It shows that Ajagba is coming home. He's being himself. Be yourself and you get a result. And that's how it is. Ajagba, of course, he will improve on his English, but it's not a must. I said in the past, I will say it again. Just how it is. Anyway, Brian, come here, right here, bro. How you doing?
Yeah, just to comment on that, yeah, authenticity the whole way. Like fakeness can't take you too far. You know, at some point you get found out. I think just be yourself, be authentic, you know, be true to yourself, and that's always the best policy, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. But coming onto this topic, bro, like I don't know whether to laugh or like be smug. I don't really know. Like I'm gonna be a little bit smug, yeah, because this behavior is what I'm talking about when I say just because you're a Nigerian doesn't mean you represent me. It doesn't mean that. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is bitch behavior. And this is consistent with Deontay Wilder's character. This is not the first time. It's not the first time. Do you know what I'm saying? The video of him getting dropped, getting knocked out, that's wiped off YouTube. You know, the video of him saying it was the costume after the Tyson fight, that was wiped off YouTube. And these guys were denying it like it never existed. But they didn't know that there was a copy of it. And then that shit got released, right? You can't just take out whatever you don't want. Like, there's life, there's reality, bro. And that goes even deeper to the way he's reacted to that loss. There's a delusion there. There's an element of delusion. Like, this didn't happen. It was that reason. It was this reason. It was that reason. It was that reason. Like, the guy is lost. maybe it's a good thing that he's trying to trace his heritage, because that might be the only real thing about him that he actually knows, right? Because he's lost. Like, he doesn't understand authenticity. He doesn't understand this is life. Things happen. When AJ lost, he said, I've lost, I'll come back, and I'll get my belts back. Simple. Like, fair play to the guy. He's getting back in the ring with Tyson, but the way he's handled that loss is consistent with what he's doing now. Like, bro, the guy has got an opinion. If Wilder could shut me up right now, he would. But he can't, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is BBC. Must make my mind.
Well, someone said, Lucan said, but Pidgin is broken English. Pidgin is not only broken English. You have to understand the first time. Let's say, you know that Nigeria, the reason why they remove curriculum from, you know, from our education system is because they knew that removing that, you know, will make some Nigerians confused and maybe adapt to the new colonialist ways. You know what I mean? Pidgin English was first spoken in the 16th century. That was in Benin City. Believe you me, remember, during the Great Benin Empire era, the first people that came to Nigeria were the Portuguese. Okay, and they traded with a lot of people, but the executive trade, the exclusive trade, were mainly done with the Great Benin, the center of the Great Benin Empire. And let's not forget, when we say Pidgin English is broken English, no, sabi is saber. Pikin is piquinho, pikini. You see what I'm saying? Those are Portuguese. Even in the 19th century, in the Great Benin Kingdom, some people could still speak the Pidgin, they could still speak Portuguese. Let's say, in the 19th century, some people could still speak it. Even my grandfather could still speak some Portuguese words. So, let me tell you one thing, you guys, like I said, education is very important. It's not about to go to school, like, you know, go university, graduate, and this and not go to school. No. Knowing yourself is also part of education. But let me tell you one thing, history is made, is not told. A lot of Nigerians tell history. They tell. History is made, not told. Things have to happen for it to become history. And that's why you see, when you go throughout Nigeria, the history of the Great Benin Empire is not only known in Nigeria, but known all over the globe. Go to all the museums in the world. You know what I mean. Even the king of Portugal, at some point, listen, some of you guys don't know, there was an embassy. It was a Benin Kingdom embassy in Portugal during the era of Oba Esige, who is the first educated king in the whole of Africa. You guys don't know this. You guys don't even know that Oba Ozolwa, who was, you know, a great sailor, learned his craft from the Portuguese. Oba Ozolwa is the guy that founded Lagos. Eko camp. It is a fact. The first Oba of Lagos, the first king of Lagos, Ado, is a direct descendant of the Oba of Benin. You guys don't know this as well. Continue, bro, because Nigerians they've got about history, man. Nigerian history should be told in Nigeria, but so many of our intellectuals, the British have helped a lot of people manipulate history to the point where he now favors them and they leave other people aside. The other day I was speaking about, I was reading about some ethnic groups in Nigeria, the Kanem Bonum, for example, the Kanuri. So many misinformation. And when I talked to someone from that place, the guy told me a very different thing. And that what he told me should have been told, but it wasn't, because things have been manipulated. Anyway, continue. This is not a history class. It's just me talking about Deontay Wilder.
No, I was just thinking, that was good. That was good, actually. What was that? I mean, look, it is what it is, man. The guy. Like, just going back to the point I was making is this is why he doesn't represent me. You know, not every Nigerian represents me. You know, and for me, you know, I still don't know whether it's genuine in terms of yes, this is me looking into my roots and I'm really proud, or whether it's just a market employ. Because you know, you claim to be pro-black, right? But every time it's actually come to backing the black side of you, you've always fallen short. Do you know what I mean? Like when it actually came to your trainers, yeah, one of them saved you. I think it's probably safe to say that 80% of the public truly felt like that was the right thing to do, throwing the flag in, right? The towel in, that was the right thing to do, right? And you've got your white trainer who was actually in the changing room, who was watching this person wrap their gloves. Until this day, he's still a part of your team. Till this day. Yeah? So when you're talking about being pro-black, that's one side of it, right? The other side of it is, look at this black fighter. I don't even know who this guy is, right? He's trying to make his bread. If you're truly pro-black, does that mean you cannot take criticism? Will you not look at your other black fellow and say, okay, he's saying what he's got to say, that's his opinion, that's fine. You know what? I'm a little bit pissed off about that, but you know what? You're my black brother. You're trying to make some bread. I will allow you. No, he doesn't do that. That does not seem pro-black to me. And bear in mind, I don't really give a shit about all that, yeah? But I'm just using his own words and what he's saying. Now, he gave a white man a fight, Tyson Fury. He said, he's come out himself and said he could have made more money fighting AJ, you know, for whatever reasons we feel that is. I think that's for different reasons. And I think he just race baits everything, like, you know, it's bullshit. So I think this is bullshit, this point I'm making, but I'm just using it to just clarify the amount of nonsense this guy talks. But he said he gave white man a fight over his black brothers, AJ or Dillian White, who wanted that fight. He wanted to break bread with him. For less money, he decided to go and fight the white guy. Is that pro-black? That does not seem pro-black to me. So you can talk,
bro. I understand how you feel. Listen. Let me be truthful with you right now. I know you don't like Wilder, okay?
Yep.
I know you don't want to accept that Wilder is Nigerian, but he is, bro.
No. It's not.
He is.
Like you said,
he is. Listen, you can deny it. You can listen. We can deny it, but it's the guy he is. Okay.
No, I'm not.
So listen. Our brothers in across the pond, in that area, in America, who do you know how many of them are lost? I mean, when I say lost, I mean lost completely. Meaning their lineage will just be losing until, I don't know, their identity have been wiped completely off. You, for example, now, you're a Nigerian, right? In the UK. For sure, in the next 100 years, your identity is still going to remain the same, right?
Yep.
Bro, that is alone is a blessing. So if our brothers over there claim, trace their ancestry, through DNA test, we have to accept them. I accept Wilder. Like I said, I accept Wilder. He's a Nigerian.
No, bro. You're
but I don't accept the fanatics. It's just a fact.
So let me clarify my point.
So you have to accept Wilder as a Nigerian, but it doesn't mean you can't criticize him. You know.
Yeah, but
you have to balance it.
Two different things. No,
but you are not. You are not one. You don't want to accept him right now. I'm getting that. Body language. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let me clarify. You're not getting that from the words that I'm saying. You are assuming. Wilder is Nigerian. He's genetic. What he said that we haven't published it, but he's saying that he's Nigerian. Why do I care?
Well, DNA test says so. So it's not. It's not about him saying that, but DNA test confirmed it. Yeah.
Have you seen the DNA test?
I've seen it, bro. I've seen it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I've seen it. I mean, his DNA test. Well, I mean, he's on Twitter. Go check it out, bro. He posted it when he did it.
Cool. But let me clarify my point. He's Nigerian. That's completely irrelevant to me. Why would I deny that he's Nigerian? How can I, if the DNA says he's Nigerian? I'm not denying he's Nigerian. I'm saying that does not change my viewpoint on the man. I don't care if we've had this discussion before. Just being Nigerian alone does not mean that I have to support you. I support the character. I support the person. If I did not know Wilder before and he's come out Nigerian and claiming Nigerian, I'll be backing him until his character is revealed to me and I'm like, I really, really like this guy now, or actually, I think this guy's a prick. But I knew him before. So his identity not coming out later on that he's of Nigerian descent meant absolutely nothing to me because I'm like, I do not like your character. So that's the point I'm making. I'm not trying to deny his Nigerianness. I can't. How can I deny that? This is genetically proven. So that's got nothing to do with this. I'm talking about him as a person, right? And I've just gone based on his words, the things that he says. The point I'm making is this also now a marketing ploy? Because you've used this pro-blackness to rile up the American fans, but actually whenever it's come for you to be pro-black, you haven't actually done it. You've gone the other way. So what does it really mean to me telling us you're Nigerian? Does that really mean anything? Are you just once again trying to use this to garner some support? Or are you truly interested in being, identified as a Nigerian? So that's
the guy is interested. The guy is not only interested, he wants to go to Nigeria and go to Benin city specifically to learn about his culture. That's what he said. Okay, well, we are yet to see it, but I think we will.
Exactly.
Do you think Wada would just say all those things and not fulfill it later? That will make him look like a sucker. If it does,
done that with other things. That's the point I'm making.
Well, other things is other things is different. It's different. Like wanting to do other things than to go back to your roots. So it's different.
Well, you can only judge a man based on what you've seen from a man, right?
Yeah, but people who are close to him say the guy love Nigeria. He love Africa, bro. Like
that's what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, people are saying that that I know him. They say he love Africa. He love Nigeria, and that's a good thing. These are our brother that whose forefathers were taken away by the imperialists. We have to ask, like, if they accept, like Wada, he says he's a Nigerian. He believes that, and he's done DNA tests. We have to accept him, bro. Because it's not every day you get to see it. We have to accept them. I mean, what's it going to gain from that? Okay, of course, it's going to gain a lot of fan base and be Nigerian. Be Nigerian, exactly. Fan base already, a lot of fan base. But
exactly.
Yeah, but Wada just love Africa. He's always loved Africa, I think. And you have to understand, Wada's from Alabama, and that place is not a nice place to live, bro. I mean, when you're a black person, it's not. I heard it's deep south. I've not been there yet, but they say, according to what I've heard, they say the racism there is enormous, bro. Like he's extremely worse there, racism there against black people. I mean,
bro, I get to that.
That's what I heard. So I don't know.
I'll get to that, but what I'm saying is, you can say one thing. I look at what a man does, not what a man says.
But what has it done now? Like taking that video down, of course, that was very, very bad. Wada is emotional.
No. I'm not talking about that in this context. I'm talking about the being pro-black. In that context, that's his character that I don't like. Those are two different things.
All right. Okay, so it's okay. I understand. Anyway, let's go on. Yeah. Isioma, you with us, bro? Isioma, you with us?
Yeah, I'm right here.
How you doing, bro?
I'm fine, thank you. Trust you're fine too.
Do you agree with Ibrahim?
I like the fact that Ibrahim is a man of his own mind and will always stick to what his convictions are.
But he doesn't like water. You know that. He said it already that he doesn't like water, right? So,
okay, I'm glad you're using the word like, not hate. He might not like water, yet not hating him. And again, that someone has become your tribesman must not necessarily mean that the person should be covered or will not be chided when you see some false shots coming from the fellow. Let me tell you what I like about Wilder. I like to watch him fight. because he might not be such a skillful fighter, but I like that he throws everything he has into the ring. I don't get to see too many crude fighters like Wilder. He is one very crude fighter who always reminds me of what street fighting is, how he translates street fighting into the boxing ring. Okay, I like that part of it. Why? It tells that, okay, this guy is unique in his own approach. I like that even though he may not have fought the best of the best in the division, out of 42 victories, man has got 41 knockouts. I mean, you cannot blame me for claiming to be the baddest man on planet Earth. 41 knockouts is no joke. I like all of those about him. All right. But you see, I do not like that Wilder was not prepared for eventualities, and life must throw eventualities at us. All right. By extension, I'm also expecting to see how that happens with Fury when eventually it does happen, if it does happen, right? I think that the way Wilder handled his loss was shameful, to say the least. Very shameful. And that really riled a lot of people up and increased the base of those who were not really given to him. Particularly when that loss has come after the loss of Anthony Joshua, and you saw how graceful Joshua was in defeat. All right. Joshua, when Joshua had that loss and Andy Ruiz was being interviewed, Joshua had the towel on his head with a bottle of water in his right hand, came over to Ruiz, placed his left shoulder on Ruiz's, left arm on Ruiz's shoulder, and, you know, was happy for Andy Ruiz. I was like, oh my goodness, Nigerian politicians have got to come see this guy and learn from him on how to accept defeat. Because what it does tell, what that character tells is, tomorrow is not closed up on me yet. What it also does tell, what that character tells is, but I will not be the best for all of lifetime, even whilst I'm still active. All right. I mean, everyone on your team, you threw them right under the bus because you got a loss. That was very shameful, really. You accused your trainer of spiking your water. You were very angry for him throwing in the towel. Man, your eardrum was getting burst. Your legs were wobbling. No fault of yours. You were fighting a better man on the night. Do you really want to be killed in the ring and then your family members no longer have access to you? They cannot see you. They cannot enjoy your company. Forget about the money now. That you are alive is enough comfort for them. Are you not alive now to fight another day? You're going to fight again on July 24. What if you had been killed there in the ring? Because we've seen boxers die either in the ring or when they were being taken to the hospital or even whilst they were at the hospital already. Okay. Now, if these reactions were on the spur of the moment, I can understand that. If the reactions stretch for about a week, I can understand that. But not an on and on and on and on and on thing. Okay. He cheated with his boxing glove, but you had your man in the room when he was being wrapped. Your water was spiked. Your costume was heavy. It told on your legs. Come on. There were just all kinds of... Look, the attitude of Wilder is the attitude of a chap who believes he's very good at what he does, who thinks he's very intelligent, is always coming tops in his class. And then, for inexplicable reasons, he comes second. He'll become sulky, he whines, he believes that he was intentionally made to come second because he was always dusting everyone. I don't know about you, but we have seen folks back in secondary school where we who will come second because we're always coming first. All right, who will come second? And they're sulky, they're angry, they're sad. But someone who came fifth is jubilating all over the place. I think the guy who came fifth was the first person in the class. So Wilder thinks or never believed that he was going to have a loss in his career. Look, when you're going to battle, three things are likely to occur. You're likely to win, you're likely to lose, or you are likely to have an even score, which is a draw. All right. So when you hear in Nestor Gibbs taking jabs and swipes at Wilder, in Nestor Gibbs, who was a vocal Wilder supporter, it tells you that it has come to the hilt, really. All right, it has come to the hilt. And at some point, those, you see, the day someone voices out is not actually the day he began to feel disenchanted. It's been piling up. It's been piling up. The boiling point is just on the day of the expression. I want to hope that Wilder would indeed begin to learn to manage emotions, because he's a superstar. He has to begin to manage his emotions. He has to begin to understand the realities of life, the various shades that life will throw at you. All right. Now, if he wins Fury, we're going to imagine how Wilder is going to be as noisy as, you know, Chelsea fans. Don't take offense, okay? But over here in Nigeria, they say Chelsea fans are very noisy, okay? We're going to imagine how very noisy he's going to be. We're going to imagine how he's going to talk down on a lot of persons, which tells and confirms exactly what it is I'm saying about the kind of character makeup or emotional makeup that I think the Wilder has. In summary, Wilder needs to learn to be balanced. I mean, when Joshua lost, you mocked him. You did say he is not a true champion. You didn't know that yours was coming. And you should have seen it coming, because on your first fight with Fury, it was a draw, and that's a Fury who was out of shape. You should have seen it coming. You should have controlled your tongue, all right? It didn't matter that the person that took Joshua's zero was not a champion before, but the fact remains that before he fought Joshua, he had only had one loss, and it was a unanimous decision loss. I'm talking about Ruiz now. It was a unanimous decision loss to Joseph Parker, all right? It didn't matter at all. What mattered is that he had a good resume. So, I mean, for whatever Wilder is receiving, I think he deserves it, because he brought it upon himself.
Well, I mean, we don't, of course, Wilder might have requested the video to be taken down. But at the same time, should we now say because he did that, which is so he's no longer Nigerian? He's Nigerian through and through, bro. Like, he said it. Okay, he said it. Not only saying it, he's trying to reconnect, and I accept him. Until I'm proven otherwise. Yes, the guy is emotional, very emotional, but at the same time, you have to understand that he's with PBC. PBC is like a cult. You know what I mean? PBC, I will tell you this right now, PBC might have the influence, the money and everything, the stars, but it's like a cult. Any PBC fighter, you rarely see them talk good about other fighters in other stable. Ajagba left PBC. All of a sudden, this Deontay Wilder fanatics became Ajagba's haters, to the point where they are attacking Ajagba personally. But do you know what Ajagba did? Ajagba told me the other day, he said, listen, you guys even watched the video. He said, listen, all this hatred I'm getting, all this hate I'm getting from these guys, I love it, because it motivates me. When they say, oh, I'm not good, I'm this, I'm that, when I like my weakness, I always have to say, oh, I use all the hunger, all the frustration, take it to the gym and work on that weakness. This is why you see Ajagba has improved, and it's continuing to improve. This is why you see some of those people in the PBC are not improving. They either rely on their power, except they're already an established boxer before signing with PBC. But if they weren't, they rather rely on their power or rely on the favor of the judges. The corruption, we know that already. This is just the fact, Wilder, no doubt, has some issues that he needs to, like, he's very emotional. I understand that. We all are sometimes, but Wilder is extraordinarily emotional. He hardly takes defeat. Maybe because his mentality as a fighter is different. Wilder is saying like he wants to die in the ring. How many fighters have you seen say that? The guy has listen, I called the guy a throwback ancestor the other day, because this is how the warriors of the Great Benin Empire, that's how they thought. This is how their mentality was. Ready to die in the battle. Do we still have nowadays, even our soldiers, Nigerian soldiers that used to be fearless now, are afraid to even fight Boko Haram. Hey, they even run from Boko Haram. This is what I'm saying, bro. Things have got.
I don't think so.
Things have gotten to that point, bro. Let me tell you one thing. Wilder has a mindset of. Bro, I'm just telling you right now, bro. What are you saying? Like, it's not a fact. Didn't we see our Nigerian soldiers running away from Boko Haram the other day? They will say.
I wouldn't say. There's context. Yeah, there's context, and we know what that context is. The context is that they are not well equipped. Yeah. If they were equally as equipped as these terrorists, I'm sure that they would have a go at them.
They will smoke them. 100%.
Well, anyway, okay. Wilder was wrong to, the thing is that one thing that Nestor Gibbs. One thing he highlighted is that he said, "You're a millionaire." He said, "What is a millionaire? You're a millionaire. Why do you want the crumbs of YouTubers? I mean, he just making a living." And you know that this guy, the guy is a full. Nestor Gibbs is a full-time boxing. I don't know, analyst or boxing reporter. He's into he's a full-time boxing reporter, meaning that's what he does for a living. So anybody that did that, I mean, and those guys, the people that fight, that requested that video to be taken down, they are probably guys that are millionaires. And that's a fact.
And you're pro-black, and he didn't even say anything negative about you. Like it doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you trying to take food off this guy's table? This is what I'm talking about, the character of the man. But let's not conflict the Nigerians. I'm not looking to get into that. Obviously, you already know my.
Bro, forget. You listen. From now to tomorrow, you are not gonna accept what I because I already hate the guy. Forget it. Just your horn doesn't really matter to me because
your horn
doesn't really matter to me. Like because I know already that no matter what that does, okay, there is no way Ibrahim will accept it. Maybe when what Anyway, when I'm buying a mansion, bro.
Okay, so let me make this statement. I'm not denying what I think about the man. I've already made that clear. But what have I said in this conversation that is incorrect?
What you've said in the conversation that is I can't say you are incorrect, but you are saying it from a point of dislike.
Fact. No, fact.
A point of dislike, bro. You said it the other day that you don't like water. This is what you said.
Yes.
It's like, I never listen. I never had problem with water. I had problem with his fanboys, and I still do. Okay, his fanboys. His fanboys are extremely dangerous minded people because they can twist a narrative and they know how to manipulate, manipulate words. They are reports.
But then Wilder comes out and regurgitates the same thing that they're saying.
Well, what has been silent so far? What has been silent so far since the press conference?
But you're talking about
it's been silent so far. So let's see what happens July 24th. Let's see what happens. But of course, it's not nice that Water requested for the interview to be taken down. I don't think that's a nice thing. I keep saying it. That is like what women do. You know what women do.
But that's the context of the conversation. Like,
yeah, I know. But still, I know you don't like Water. You don't like Water at all. I know that.
Fact.
I know. So you're just using this opportunity to blast him more, which you already did, and I think it's okay. But it's your opinion. But
sorry, Ibrahim. Knowing of your dislike of Wilder, would you say Wilder is a superstar?
Is Wilder a superstar? Bro,
yeah.
Like he made £20 million in one fight. Like, say no more. Do you know what I mean? Like that's like I'm not like Wilder fans, bro. The fact is, guy's character is what creates my opinion of him. There's no other reason. Why else?
I just wanted to trap you in, but you avoided the trap. Smart one of you.
no. Like,
anyway, let's go around here. Tajagbe. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man.
Yeah, your take on this, Nestor Gibbs, one of Deontay Wilder, biggest Deontay Wilder fan, has now, should I say turn his back? Or now realizes that Wilder, I don't know, I don't want to put words in his mouth. Anyway, what do you make of Nestor Gibbs' rant of, that interview that was taken down?
Well, I have to say one. I have to agree with what Ibrahim said. I'm not even a
bro. Why you agree with Ibrahim now? Ibrahim, what are you agreeing with Ibrahim? What are you doing, bro?
You know I'm not a Wilder.
Oh my God.
I do not like Wilder.
We need Adewale, and we need Adewale right here, but we need Adewale because you guys are all like, apart from Isioma, you and Ibrahim.
But you don't let me finish, man. Let me finish.
Okay. No problem. We need Adewale. Let me see if I can get Adewale on here. Adewale has to come here.
I'm not a big Wilder fan. But listen, we have to. I'm not gonna defend Nestor Gibbs either because I still dislike his channel anyways. Because he could be so picky. Let's not forget when AJ did not give him that interview, and he started. His channel was all about Bomb Squad till this day. And let's criticize AJ for everything that he does, and that's what he's been doing. But I will point out that he did say that Wilder's fans threatened him, and I thought that was absolutely wrong. If that is true, which I think it's true, this is not good for the sport. This is not what I like for Wilder's team. Wilder might directly not have said, take down the video, but I'm pretty sure he knew about it. He can't say, I'm in training camp. Those are your people. Like, you're still telling me you can't control what your people say till this day. After all that accusation came out, with your brother coming out with this whole autopsy crap, with Tay Jones going on so many different platforms saying this and that, you still can't control your team, what they say or what they do. It speaks a lot about how you how you manage your team, right? You still can control your team. With if that whole situation happened, that's on you because you can't control your team. The whole situation with Tyson Fury saying he drugged you, he did this and that. JD's was in the locker room watching the raps. You can't control your team. It's basically what I'm getting from Deontay Wilder. And nobody can criticize him because they fear backlash. Listen, I've met this kid Chris Colbert before. He's a good boxer. I've watched him box so many times. He's a boxer. The man chose what he chose to see. Listen, history. If you go back in history, the boxer always beats the puncher, right? Because all the puncher knows is just punching, the punching power. That's it. How do you think Muhammad Ali did what he had to do? right? But if you ask me why Deontay Wilder is the way he is, it's because of his fan base. It's because of his fan base. Listen, his fan base are just so honestly.
What do you mean by fan? I'm a fan of Wilder, but I'm not a fanboy. You mean the fanboys? You mean the fanboys?
But you were okay. His fanboys. Okay.
Okay.
Because his fanboys are too much, man. I think that it's to the point where it's like, listen, I don't care about you or Wilder. Listen, Wilder's better off not even fighting in boxing, because we don't care about none of this rubbish that he's bringing into boxing. I'm gonna have to defend this whole rate. I
don't agree with you, bro. Water is needed in boxing. Water is needed in boxing. I don't agree with you. For what reason, though? Water is needed in boxing. What do you mean by that? Without Deontay Wilder in the division right now, believe you me, it's not gonna be exciting. Okay, we need that Deontay Wilder energy. Listen, Joshua is a quiet guy. Fury talks a lot of crap. He contradicts himself a lot. Wilder, like the balance. These three guys, Joshua, Fury, Wilder, they all have different personalities. Okay, they all think different. Okay, Joshua is more of the quiet guy, the media guy, the role model. Fury is more of the wannabe role model, but a very I don't want to use the word devil, but the guy is very, like, he's a bipolar. One time he's supporting Winston Churchill that murdered more than 8 million Sri Lankans. Okay, the other hand, he say, oh my God, like, he's hanging around with human rights activist. The other time he's pro-Palestinian. Other time he's pro-Israel. So the guys are very bipolar. Fury is like a wind. Fury is like a wind. Okay, it's like a wind. You know what I mean? Whichever way you want Fury to blow at, whichever way he's winning. Okay, Fury always blow to that side. When the side is winning, Fury is like a wind that blows to the winning side. Okay, because I remember during that Palestinian campaign, during that time, Palestinians were getting a lot of support from the international media and people and this kind of stuff. Fury became pro-Palestine. Now that Israel is winning, Fury is not pro-Israel, but he had to delete that story though, because they got on him and he didn't like it. That's a fact. Wilder. Okay, Wilder is a person that doesn't want to lose. Okay, Wilder doesn't want to lose. Okay, Wilder Wilder wants to be. Okay, let me tell you one thing right now. Wilder wants to be a great man. A great man. He aspires to be one of those warriors, or fearless warriors. But we are not in the 1800s, where Africa was still battling against the imperialists. So Wilder see himself. That's why he doesn't care about dying in a ring, because he has that mentality, that of saying we die here. You like a lot of the Nigerians nowadays don't have the mentality, because now they are born soft. Okay, you're born soft. You know what I mean?
Bro, I think it is more pride of him not wanting to die.
Yeah, pride is also a
if this guy had some losses along the line, I'm sure that he would not have this mentality. All right, I keep insisting that it is primarily because he's never had a loss. It also is because he never saw himself taking a loss. All right, he never believed it was going to happen to him, particularly in the fashion it did happen to him. I think he should just drop all the talk of he wants to die in the ring. He just wasn't in that fight any longer. But that does not take anything away from his achievements anyway.
You see myself.
What's up, brother?
Bro, Adewale is here. Adewale. I'm so happy to have you here, bro.
I'm gonna finish what I'm saying.
Tajagbe, and Ibrahim. They won't finish me for here. I beg. Thank you. Tajagbe, continue. Then Adewale can come in. Continue. Finish it before Adewale comes in.
But okay. But to be able to have your own opinion, right? You know, doesn't mean somebody needs to be called a coon. Listen, when Deontay Wilder lost, everybody was okay, joyful, this and that, blah blah. Okay, whatever. But it's just the excuse coming from somebody of his caliber. You wouldn't think somebody of his caliber would make up excuses like that. I'm not saying I'm criticizing for his excuse. I'm actually one of the guys who actually believes Wilder, and you know I do not like Wilder. I believe Wilder, and I do not like Wilder. So you cannot say, oh, this guy he's two-faced, this and that. No, man, no. It was what was coming from Wilder's mouth. Wilder is such a big man with a big ego that when the excuses came, the hardcore boxing fans that see him the way he is, being such a big man with a big attitude, come out with such excuses like that. How? That's why you see Dylan White making fun of him, right? That's why you see all these guys like all of a sudden, like, oh man, I don't know, man. I kind of don't. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this Wilder with his excuses. You know what I'm saying? That's what was going on. That's why some of these boxing these fighters are saying, like Chris Colbert, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to pick Fury. Like, so because he picked Fury, the man is being called a coon, right? Why? I'm trying to understand that. Why? I'm asking those Wilder fanatics on those different YouTube channels. Remember, F.A. Jabba was in camp with Fury, and they called him the same thing. That channel, right? They called him the same thing. Even AJ's been called a coon too. See, these guys are quick to judge, but when it comes to Wilder, it's always the other way around. Because the ones that criticize the most do not like.
Let me tell you one thing before you finish. Let me say something. Those guys that are quick to call people coons, especially those Deontay Wilder fanatics. They are the coons. You know why I say it? Because they don't know themselves. They are lost in America. You know, because why I'm saying it, I don't mock anybody if you don't know where you're from. But once you attack my people that really know where they're from, you become someone that I have to speak the truth about. That guy BFTV boxing, you know what he said about Africans and Nigerians already. You know that. And when I struck back, what did he do? He was quick to collide with the other guy to make sure they give me a copyright strike, which they did. They tried to take this channel down. I know that these guys are just lost souls in America. Wada is not a lost soul in America. Wada is a person that really knows himself. Why these fanboys of his don't know themselves and don't want to know, because they're already born in a white man's world in the belief that they are not proud of their origin. Because they've been shown some stuff in the media. You know, they've been brainwashed by the media. But anyway, I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to use the media as because nowadays you can easily Google stuff and easily find out if you want to know, or easily make friends with people that are from those places. But these guys ignorant. They are living in ignorance. And see, they don't know themselves, because those are, I'm pro-black. Bro, you're not pro-black anything if you don't know that the original man, you don't know who the original man is. You're not pro-black anything. where you just have to, you just say you are pro-black American. I understand it. Better to say I'm pro-black American than to say I'm pro-black, because you don't really know what being pro-black is. So all those water fanboys that say, oh, that country with coon, they are the one that are coons. Coons are not just people that don't look out for their own. Coons are also people that deny their ancestry, that deny their origin. They don't want to embrace their origin because they're ashamed of it. Have you ever seen an American of German ancestry, despite the history of Germany? Have you ever seen them deny their ancestry? No, they will never do so. Have you ever seen those Italians, Americans deny their ancestry? They will never do so. Have you ever seen those British Americans or English Americans deny their ancestry? They will, even despite their forefathers doing things the devil himself didn't do, but they still accepted, right? But our brothers, some of our brothers who were forcefully taken there, or some of them sold by I don't want to go to that part of it. We know already what happened. They themselves become the weapon, they become the weapon, and to fight against their own people, all because they say, oh, you don't speak English. English is not your goddamn language. Shouldn't you be ashamed of yourself that you only know how to speak English only? You have to be ashamed of yourself like that, because literally you're speaking your colonizer a language. It's not wrong to speak English or whatsoever. I'm speaking English right now, but it's not my language, bro. So I speak it however I like it. Of course, you have to speak it, in a way, but I speak it however I like it. So you shout from now till the kingdom come. I gotta look at it and laugh. I'm not saying if you're in the midst, I'm not saying if you're in Babylon, you have to do the way they do. You have to get along for a while. But at the same time, you don't have to forget yourself. And a lot of these Deontay fanboys don't know who they are, or don't care to know, because they're already born in a very bad society. They're already facing racism. So how do you beat racism? You beat racism by many things. You might fight the oppressor however you want. That's not going to change anything. They will even have more reason to oppress you. But once you unite as a people with your brothers in everywhere around the globe, with pure heart, clean heart, I'm saying, not trying to get something, both unite with clean hearts, believe you me, we see progress. Even the oppressor will start begging you. Why do you think the Jewish people are one of the most successful people in the world? Anywhere they are, they always coming together. Why do you think it's like that? Because they know themselves and they accept themselves. Black people are one of the people that are quick to deny where they're from, just to please the white man. It's a fact, bro. Continue.
But yeah, that I personally feel, in part of them calling and threatening this guy Nestor Gibbs is absolutely wrong. And whether they like it or not, I don't know who took down the video. Whoever took down the video means it had to been doing some type of damage to whoever it was intended to, because if it wasn't, that video wouldn't have been taken down. If that video was irrelevant, that video wouldn't have been taken down. So to me, it sounds like there's something going on in the back scene that we don't know about, that I would like clarification on it. Like I said, I do not care for TBV or what next to Gibbs, whatever his name is, just because of how he acts. Because sometimes he could be emotional himself too, and that's a Wilder fan for you, and that's just the way it is. So I got nothing else to say other than just the threatening side of the whole situation is wrong, and that's where I'm gonna end it, man.
Thanks, brother. I do appreciate it. Let's go down here. Adewale, what do you make of this right here?
Hey, thank you for having me, bro. Hey, salutes to all the brothers here. Isioma, Ibrahim, T.Y. Ajagbe, and Raymond. I heard Nestor Gibbs ranting, on a 5-hour live stream. Obviously, I'm not going to watch the entire 5 hours, but I saw the first 10 minutes of the live stream, and then I skipped the live stream randomly to like the 2-hour mark or something. And I heard him saying, in the first 10 minutes, it was just complaining about, Wilder is a sucker, just had all types of disrespect for Wilder. But for me, as a Wilder fan, that's normal. That's what Wilder gets everywhere. Everybody disrespects Wilder every time. So it's not a big deal to me. The only reason I was paying attention to Nestor is that I actually respect Nestor to an extent. Okay, the guy is very emotional, but I still like him. I like his consistency. I like the fact that this guy brings good boxing stories, just conversations around boxing. As a boxing fan, I enjoy his channel to an extent, at least. Okay. What the 2-hour mark that I got to, I heard Nestor. Okay. He was having a conversation with one other guy called Troy King. I've known Troy King for years on YouTube. He used to be on Boxing Eagles channel. Whatever, man. Troy King was advising Nestor to be careful about what he's saying, because he would react from an emotional point of view, and he would say a bunch of stuff that he would regret saying. That just keep it technical, keep it boxing, criticize an individual based on his boxing skills or anything that has to do with boxing. Stop targeting people about their personal lives. It doesn't make sense. But anyways, I heard Nestor also say that someone made a call that said Deontay should take a video down. Now, what's the video? I didn't see the video myself, but it was an interview with Chris Colbert. I've known Chris Colbert for like at least 1.5 years now. The guy is a decent fighter. I believe he fights at 135 or 140. He's an okay fighter. He's a prospect. He's still in the process of being known. I have no problem with him. I believe in the interview, he selected Tyson Fury to win the trilogy. That is not a big deal. And I don't think that is enough reason for him to be, targeted by people, calling him all types of names. Coon, he's a disgrace. He's not supporting the black man. Bro, everybody has a right to their opinion. That's how I feel personally, man. If he does not want to support Deontay Wilder, even though he's black American, it doesn't matter, man. Let him support who he wants to support. If he genuinely believes that Glovegate is a conspiracy and it's bonkers, that nobody should believe it, that's on him. We're going to see the results in 3 weeks' time. In 3 weeks' time, we're going to cross the finish line. Deontay Wilder is going to prove to all of us that night in the second fight was he wasn't himself, period. And Tyson Fury had unfair advantages. I believe that's what's going to happen. But all these emotional rants by Nestor Gibbs, people, Deontay Wilder fans calling Chris Colbert a coon. I mean, it's crazy, man. It just shows how emotional the sport of boxing is. It's such an emotional sport. People don't know how to separate their emotions from logic. And I have found myself in that position many times too, that I become so emotional. I'm ranting, I'm cussing people out, I'm celebrating the loss of Anthony Joshua to Andrew Ruiz. So we've all been there, man. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is everybody needs to learn to live and let live. Learn to agree to disagree. You don't have to like everybody. I only have a problem with extreme boxing fans that all they do is criticize a certain fighter because that's what everybody else does. I have a problem with people like that. I don't like them. I don't want to have any conversation with them. That's just me. So this extreme boxing fanatics, they are just toxic to the sport of boxing at the end of the day. And sometimes it creeps into the heads of the fighters, and the fighters themselves start behaving emotional, rational. I'm just happy that Deontay Wilder himself is not directly involved with all this bullshit that is happening. Even the so-called allegation of, Deontay Wilder told me to take down the video. Nestor Gibbs himself said it in the long live stream that it was someone else that made a call about someone else that knows Deontay, so the message probably came from Deontay. So Nestor Gibbs himself said it, that Deontay did not directly tell me to take down the video, but it was through a third or fourth party. So, bro, in my opinion, all this stuff is irrelevant. The relevant thing that I'm waiting for is July 24th, when Deontay Wilder will take this guy's head off. And everybody's going to celebrate. Or many people are still going to hate Wilder after that. But, you know, that's what superstars are made of. You have to hate them, and then they capitalize up that hatred. They make so much money, and then the future is beautiful.
Thanks, brother.
If everyone celebrates, it won't be Ibrahim.
Ibrahim.
Say that again?
I said, if everyone celebrates, it won't be Ibrahim, most definitely.
You know, Ibrahim was one of those people that built that statue. You know that statue that Ricky Hatton and then was
he was the sculptor, yeah.
Ibrahim. But Ibrahim, you guys did not even draw a good statue, man. You should have extended the gloves on Tyson Fury's left hand in the statue.
I was pissed off as well. I didn't build it, I just commissioned it. I wasn't happy.
Anyway, guys, I want to say thanks to each and every one of you.
You're not a thorough examiner then. You should have examined better.
I want to say thanks to each and every one of you. Shout out to Adewale for coming in and you know, giving a stake, being very consistent, you know, with his support of Deontay Wilder.
I'm actually very proud of Adewale. That was very, very balanced.
Yeah, not like you though. Unlike you that always hate on Deontay Wilder, bro. Now what for you? No. Sometimes you talk fast. Sometimes you mix fat with emotions and hatred. You know already. So you know yourself. You know yourself, bro. You know yourself. So guys, God bless you all. You know, this was a good live. Thank God my mic he didn't mess up. And yes, I guess maybe next time I have to, you know, do it the way I did it. You know, I have to do it again the way I did it today. And yeah, get over with. God bless you all, guys. Stay tuned. I'm gonna not come out. I'm gonna not come out. I want to talk about other things for low key. You feel me, so? So, bro. I love you, Vietnamese.